Hi, everyone. Good morning um, and welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very interesting session this morning. Um, Kindly just tell us where you're joining us from, your name, and where you're joining from. We'd really love to know that. So, we have already with us Miss Ayor, and because we have just um, 30 minutes, I don't want to delay or spend so much time, so I'll just bring her up. So today she's going to be telling us her story on how she on her journey into blockchain, and then she's sharing her story for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then we will have a Q&A, questions and answers, where she gets to answer whatever questions you might have. Miss Ayo, are you with us? You're muted. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, Miss Ayo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Um, Welcome. So the floor is yours now. You're muted again. We can't hear you. You're muted. We can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Perfect. So the floor is yours. We'll just give you 20
Good.
minutes to share your story, do your presentation. Then the remaining 10 minutes, we just take questions and answers from the audience. So the floor is yours.
Great. I love telling stories. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody, again. It's a wonderful and a beautiful day, or it is at your hand. So, thank you so much for the time you are spared in your busy schedule today to get to learn about my story. I hope it inspires you. I hope it gives you the right information to make the one in the blockchain ecosystem. I'm Haya, and it's been a journey. My journey into the Web3 space started in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And I've heard about cryptocurrency, which I know that's the story with many of us. And we've been about the bullish era, the bearish era, come into crypto, come and make money, come and trade, and things like that. And that was all that I knew about crypto in 2010. Yeah. So I really got fascinated with crypto um, when I heard about the fact that it has so many other use cases. And I'm like, really? So you can actually use crypto to do other things like farming, staking. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. So it's not only, just trading. Once you just see the price go up, you trade, you do things like that. And I was like, oh, I think I need to learn more about this. So my journey and curiosity started. And I went to a boot camp in Lagos. Um, I left my family. I'm based in Abuja. So I left my family and went to a boot camp at Web3 Bridge, Lagos. And I got started in the blockchain developer camp. He wasn't easy transitioning from Web 2 because I had a short time and duration to be familiar and conversant with the Web 2 space in itself, and I'm like transitioning to Web 3. So it was quite a struggle for me at first, but with determination, and I intend to get something out of this this journey that I was embarking on to learn more about cryptocurrency. And that was where I heard about the technology in which the currency itself is born, and that is blockchain. And as I began to learn, I saw the wide use cases for blockchain technology itself. And that really challenged me, to go deeper. And I fell into this rabbit hole of getting to see, getting to interact with the whole ecosystem itself. And it took me 6 months to finish up the blockchain developers camp. And shortly after then, I enrolled into the Consensus Academy, where I also Consensus. This is a body from Gitcoin that are dedicated in training developers, because as at that time, people are still, crossing from the Web 2 into the Web 3 spaces. So there are a lot of dedication to training developers as at that time, just to drive this force into the Web3 ecosystem, right? So I think around that time, the blockchain developer costs $1,000 was at that time, and I know that the price may have shoot up, but I saw the value in blockchain technology, and I know that it's going to be the next big thing. And I stuck to it. And as at that time, I chose to invest, in learning about being a developer. In the process of learning about developing using solid language in Ethereum, I got engaged with other communities that helped, to push this drive. Because as sometimes you just wake up and you're like, oh my God, who sent me and learn about blockchain? Because it might be challenging at times, but I stuck in the community of people that helped push, me. And one of such communities is Kernel. So I joined Kernel. Basically, you write an application, they go through applications, thousands of applications in the world, and they get to just pick 250 people all around the world. And luckily, I've not only but also got a scholarship into the Kernel community. And Kernel is a strong based community in the Web3 ecosystem where you get to meet people, you get to meet people of like minds. One, you get to see people that are doing different innovations, collaborate with them, also get to sharpen your skills in whatever stance you appear to be in the Web3 ecosystem. So I should mention that there are other people that are actively involved in the Web3 ecosystem, but they are not developers. So, which I later transitioned into, right? Because I got super busy with building communities. I found my passion, but going through developers course in blockchain really helped me to understand technical terms, technical innovations, think through projects, structure projects, and later on, as I hand the blockchain consultancy position status. And so these are community of people. Community of people in Kernel are mixed, right? So we have the developers that are looking for people that have innovations, people that have ideas of projects, and they are looking forward to working together with them. So one beautiful thing about the Web3 ecosystem is that collaboration is always at its high peak, unlike the Web 2, which is still centralized basically, and people are segregated or quoted into, my thing. But in Web 3, there's a high rate of collaboration in the space. And this is because it is still a revolutionarily new technology, right? And people are being welcomed. And I tell people that this is the best time, if you are interested in the Web3 ecosystem, to transition into it. Lots of projects are springing up. Lots of projects. Now, there's a difference between Web3 and the blockchain ecosystem. The blockchain technology still stands on the Web3 ecosystem, but the whole point of the Web3 is decentralization, that is open source. So building of applications on open source. Open source just means that whatever applications you build are available for people to on, right? To build on, but definitely the credits for the base code or everything, a license, everything is given to you, but people can adopt your code and work on it, right? So there's a space for improvement. And also decentralization means that nobody can basically claim ownership and transitioned in a real time to the blockchain technology, right? So the blockchain technology is powered by data. Everything that you do on the computer, interaction, talking, typing in messages, as we know, is imputing data. You snapped your picture and you upload it to Instagram. You did a video, you upload it to YouTube. You are all transitioning that raw file into data. Now, these data are being stored somewhere, right? And it's called a server. Now, in the centralized system that is in the Web 2, these we basically have single servers. We have single servers, that is a particular base, all this whatever application you're using, and they store it there. But now in the Web 3, declaration for ownership of data for individuals is the foremost pursuit for this innovation, for this technology. Why? Because they see that just a few people in Web 2 are the ones enjoying the benefits of this data in quotes. Take, for example, TikTokers, you have to get a certain level of likeness for them to start paying you. Or in YouTube, you have to get a certain thousand number of likes or streaming or things like that before they start paying you, right? And but before this time, it doesn't means that this particular they don't get to make money. They do get to make money, but they want you to keep pushing to a certain stage before you start sharing in the percentage of their own gains too. And the Web3 ecosystem wants to change this narrative and say that everybody that is sharing data should be a partaker of the profits of having this data. And two, nobody should say I own this data. If you want to sign in into Instagram, if you want to sign in into Facebook or whatever app it is that you're using, there's this little box we tick and say, oh, terms and conditions. I agree to the terms and conditions. And basically now, they say they give you less options of saying I want to share my data or this and this. Everything you have to share. So why? Because drive, and that's why there's an upsurge in on this data analytics and things like that, for professionals in data analytics, because people are coming to system generation where data is everything that we use to solve problem and challenges in interacting with our day-to-day world. So if companies want to start up something or venture into a particular, they will source for the data. If you want to make particular huge decisions, corporations, organizations, they source for data. And these data are being collected by people like us that interact with these applications. And why should they be the one that would own the data? Because we are the ones supplying the data, right? So the Web3 technology now found a way to decentralize ownership, and they did this by words allocation and distribution of data through nodes. So nodes are computers, right? So you can also be in node, you have a system, and there's a project. There are different projects that are dedicated in the blockchain technology space, that welcome people that want to be a node for particular projects or whatever it is that you want to engage in. So it's just dedicating a part of your storage, your computer, to the blockchain data, to a particular network. So going back to that, this has driven because generation, they want this level of independence, they want this level of open source, decentralization, learnership. And one beautiful thing that's really struck me in my journey for blockchain technology is the immutability, right? So the immutability is when you upload data, data cannot be destroyed, data cannot be changed or manipulated. Like, woo, this is what Nigeria needs in our data storage system, especially in government transactions, in government offices, and moving to the big buffalo in the room, our electoral process. And this drives me deeper into the decentralized autonomous organization. So these are organizations that are powered by the blockchain technology, in which we do not force in the organization. Everybody has a certain level of equal rights in the organization. So though for this decentralized autonomous organization, we have founders, right? So founders come together to say, okay, we have a mission and a vision for this organization. This is what we are looking to pursue. This is the area of our specialization. So we have founders like that, and they pull up, they come together, they fundraising for the decentralized autonomous organization. They put the tokens generated into a vault and is locked over a period of time so that people can see that they are not rug pulling or running away with the money. So it is locked. And this process is powered by smart contracts. Now, let me talk about smart contracts. Smart contracts are the execution or the little nanobots in the blockchain technology that executes commands. So those smart contracts in itself are computer languages um, that are written to trigger certain transactions in the blockchain ecosystem. Now, for example, I sign up with my sister here and I say by the end of the month, I'm going to give her $30,000. So far, I've been able to meet certain conditions, right? And these conditions are slated in the smart contracts. These are codes that are written usually through blockchain programming language, depending on the type of blockchain that you have. Bitcoin, for Ethereum rather, they are using Solidity, and I'm particularly affiliated to Ethereum because it solves so many decentralized applications. So many innovative decentralized applications came out of Ethereum, and so many other existing blockchain forked Ethereum. Forking is just doing a copy and paste. So Ethereum is a level one blockchain, and maybe so many other blockchain that are usually known, Polygon, Solana, Nani, and the likes. They are level two, that is a level two layer blockchain. That means they forked the primary blockchain. They weren't created from scratch. So they forked the primary blockchain, which is most of the time Ethereum, because Bitcoin was not designed to be a little bit flexible and rigid to accommodate decentralized applications. Bitcoin was designed mainly for cryptocurrency transactions. But Ethereum, with the founder is Vitalik and his co-founder too. So they came together to see how they can design a blockchain ecosystem that will be decentralized, that would be application friendly, right? So, and it will be in a decent. Remember that repeat the mistake of the Web 2 and making a certain set of people own data and not be able to share your data able to share in the profits of the data that was being made. So they found a way to ensure that blockchain technology itself is application friendly, which resulted into making of dApps. dApps is decentralized application. Now, going back to what I was saying, the smart contracts, then all these terms and conditions are written in the smart contracts. And they are written in the smart contracts, it's and uploaded, that is, to the blockchain technology itself, depending on whatever it is, whatever blockchain you want to use. Is it Solana? Is it Ethereum, or is it Polygon? So many people prefer Polygon because it's cheap, the gas fees are cheap, and things like that. And it is deployed. So the terminology is deployed to the blockchain itself. So automatically this balance out. So when I'm saying, oh, I'm using makes excellent name every day and I'm getting 1,000 naira, I'm getting $1,000. Maybe Miss let me rephrase and say maybe Miss Excellence is this, right? I'm the one marketing our songs, but a video is being uploaded on the blockchain already, tied to the smart contract. So every time anybody plays play and is watching Miss Excellence song past streaming, maybe the past streaming they are charging 1,000 USDC, for example. So at the end of the month, smart contract automatically triggers $30,000 into Mix Excellence Bank without my consent. Why? Because it is programmed into the blockchain ecosystem so that there wouldn't be any story. Miss Excellence, so my great grandmother now died. So, and as the firstborn of the family, I had to, just show I'm responsible. So you just borrow me the money, I'll return it, I promise you, things like that. So it has shielded a lot of excuses from the end user to end user itself, to the person that is initiating the transaction. Now, conditions might be embedded in the smart contracts. For example, what about if Miss Excellent didn't up to 30, VAT fraction, or if Miss Excellent made only 50,000, a portion is 30,000. So there comes the logic, in putting up, in writing your code and things like that, and automatically deployed on the blockchain ecosystem, and it goes. So going back to the transparency, all this cannot and change, rather it is immutable. I can't say that, oh, because Miss Excellent has now offended me, she went to wear my shoe and she shocked me, I am angry with her, so I am not going to pay her. I'm going to show her this month and I'm not going to pay her. I'm going to show her that I'm a manager and I'm not going to pay her. No, it will not happen because it is already been deployed into blockchain. You cannot change the content of the smart contract once it is being deployed. So that is why I know so many of you, and this is a great time to talk about this. So many of you, you've heard about, oh, they hacked a particular protocol, they hacked a pattern, and they carted away thousands and millions of dollars USDC of people's money. How did that happen? you know how did that happen? How did this happen? It is the strength of every project and protocol lies on the smart contracts. Once they can find a backhole in the smart contract that is being deployed, the black hackers can use it to your advantage. And the immutability of this, is exceeding in so many great measures where, in our government elections system, imagine that all our elections are being uploaded on the blockchain, and people cannot say now 25 is now 40 or 40 is now 2, things like that. So those are things that drew me into exploring the technology. And my first job, I as I got as a community manager, as at that time I was being paid, I think, $1,000 per month, and it got improved to 3,000, it got improved to $4,000, and currently it has been going higher and higher and higher. And of course, you don't expect me to tell you my current salary so that I will not start getting billing. So So, but it's a really great ecosystem to explore, to learn. If you're looking for a new career to engage yourself in, it's a great place to, you know, start and build something beautiful. I say if you want to engage in this ecosystem, I advise people to build, right? Rather than just say, oh, I want to be trading, because you are limited. But if you start building, and also if you understand you can be employed in different organizations in the blockchain. So many corporations are using the blockchain technology now in the medical world, in the law world, because of the level of the transparency and the immutability, right? You can't change things. So people tend to trust content and data that are using the blockchain technology because it is not manipulatable, and the security of the blockchain, they use cryptography, right? So when you encrypt wordings, when you encrypt words and encrypt data, pretty much it is secured to a large extent. Only on your hand, if you open or your private keys are tampered with, then they can get access into your wallet or your transactions. But so far, your private keys have remain private to you, right? So you're good to go on the blockchain technology. So I'm going to stop here because I know that your questions are going to make me go and I'll leave time for questions. I'm really looking forward to the question time so that we can get to talk more about the things I haven't mentioned. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is so good. Wow. Now, when you were talking, your passion could be felt. Like you could go on and on and on, and there are just so many aspects and facets to blockchain, and like this is so interesting. And I know we can literally stay here the whole day, and there's still so much more to be taught. So I'll just ask the first
Mhm.
question. Meanwhile, if you're watching and you have any questions, please do share in the comments. So I'll just pick the questions and ask her. Thank you. Welcome, Rachel, Stella, Chimirima, Orofe, Damaris, Jenny, and all. Welcome. So, can you tell us what they are to expect from the bootcamp if they sign up for the Tech Up Ladies and choose the blockchain part? Can you tell us what to expect? That's number one. Number two, must they know how to code before um, they can study it? Like, is it a yes or no? What are they to expect, and what do they need to be prepared to get in?
Okay, that's a very good question. So, if they sign up for the blockchain program at the Tech Up Ladies, we are going to tell you and train you and teach you. So we're going to start from three stages in telling you what you yourself should expect, and that is, I am in this to have an intimate. You go into things for several reasons, right? Some people is for information, some people is to build a career path, some people is for knowledge sake, and things like that. So that basically depends on you, but we will get to find out if in each of the three, which one are you headed towards. But either ways, in anyone you choose there, you need to have knowledge, right? And that is where we teach you the basic aspects of the blockchain technology, and that includes what is decentralization, what is Web3 itself, what is the blockchain technology, how is the technology sustained, right? We teach the cryptography, we teach the three major aspects of the blockchain technology, which is the DeFi, that is decentralized finance, also known as the crypto. And trust me, decentralized finance is split into huge parts, more than trading, right? So many other things that you can do. I have a friend that works in Mesari, and she's been working there, I think, for the past 3 or 4 years now. And she's doing good. She's a research analyst at Mesari, and what she does is just do researches about project works, compile data, do proofreading, proof work of major protocols and things like that. And also, we would move into decentralized autonomous organizations. That is another huge aspect of the blockchain technology. I currently work there, and it's been a roller coaster, learning the intrigues of governance itself, the governance model. The time did not permit me to go into how decentralized autonomous organization works. These are real organizations, like real corporations that have billions of dollars in their treasury to, allocate for projects on their mission and their vision. And they are looking for people to work with them, and they're looking for people to write proposals to them. We'll teach you how to engage with decentralized autonomous organizations, how it works in itself. Then we'll go to non-fungible tokens. That is the AKA the NFTs, right? And I know that so many people feel that, oh, the blockchain technology, what's happening? Because the huge barrier, the huge flag barrier of blockchain technology are the cryptocurrencies, right? Because that is the means of transaction in the ecosystem. But the fact that we are still in the bearish era doesn't mean that transactions are not still occurring, right? So we have stable coins. That means coins that are directly affected by real life stance. So it is not, those coins are not majorly, emphasis on majorly affected by the bearish or the bearish or the bullish system in the blockchain technology. So the secret is, once we are in the bearish market, for people that are non-traders, for maybe decentralized autonomous organization or the like, they move on to transact with stable coins. For example, in USDC now, if I have USDC and I still want to trade my with USDC around the same value in real life. So if I say I have $100, 100 USDC, now that's United States dollar coin that is in currency, and I want to convert it back to Naira, I will still get around that 740-ish trading margin. So that is a whole lot of other secrets and information that you might not be aware of, because I've heard a lot of people so many times they say, so when things are bearish now, is that how we are all going to stand and be looking until we have a bull run? Those are for people that trade alone. Those are for people that trade alone. If you are building, if you're actively involved in the ecosystem, you transactions and what's it called, activities return to, they are just normal. We just go, so many people just rush into the ecosystem, they want to make quick money. But for people that are real builders in the ecosystem, they still, and transactions are still going on. Tokens, of fungible tokens, and how to trade them, what is a marketplace, because a marketplace is where you sell your NFTs. And we also move on to the career path. We teach you the career path that you can engage with. And moving to the question of, do you know in fact, if you know how to code, you won't start with the coding aspect if you're going into the blockchain technology space. If you're transiting the basics, you have to learn the basics, you have to learn how it works. So for example, if you're learning how to drive, you don't say, oh, because I know a car, let me just, I know what a car looks like, let's jump inside and start driving. It doesn't work that way. You still have to learn how to make your turns, your gears, and things like that. So that's the way it works too. So you start from basics, learn how to blockchain, understand what the blockchain technology is in itself. Then from there, you can move on to the intermediate class and the master class.
Wow, thank you very much. So we have one question here. She says, thank you for sharing this information. You mentioned there's a difference between Web3 and blockchain technology. I'm running a course with NITDA currently on blockchain technology. We were asked to write out our project topics, which is looking at a particular sector and see how blockchain can solve those problems. With this in mind, can this course help with creating solutions for these problems?
Absolutely, absolutely. That was why I was in raised in the first place, right? That was why I was in blockchain raised in the first place. Absolutely. What, like I said, if you were listening to me, I said that what really attracted me, like made me fall into the blockchain rabbit hole, is the fact that blockchain is immutable and how we can make different innovations and applications to our physical world. And I mentioned a few. So, like, imagine we have the blockchain technology governing our electoral process, right? So once we maybe it's not a matter of there's offline or whatever it is, it goes straight to the blockchain server. So, and the server in blockchain is decentralized, right? So it is not only on, let's say the server is in Mix Excellence House alone. So once we have access to Mix Excellence House like this, we can be able to change things and hacking and no, it doesn't work like that. And the nodes are distributed all around the world on different nodes, that is different computer. They have um, the same data on different computers all around the world. So that means you have to go all around the world to be able to change that. So there's no single fiber connecting those computers. They're scattered. So you can just think and meditate on that and bring out so many innovations with the blockchain technology. And I think that I went through the curriculum for NIT, and I feel that if you are so much interested in the blockchain, there's so many informations that are missing in that process that we can get to teach you more about it.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are no more questions. Or
Yeah.
if you have any questions, please drop. We've fast spent our time. Are there any final words you want to share with them?
Okay, so I'll be looking forward to everyone that will be interested in learning about blockchain. And it's an exciting time. There's a lot to know, there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to transition into. And don't be scared if you feel like, oh, I don't really want to code. Is an amazing ecosystem where even if you really don't want to go into active coding, it's a good place for you to see other careers, right? Get paid. Collaborating with people, project management, um, community management, so many things developing. And it's just like a new site, right? So if they're just starting foundation and trying to build up the link, then you see so many laborers. Activities are all there. And when the roofing has been done, you see that the number of people working on the house is reduced, right? But the beautiful
Mm.
thing is that process of during the whole process of that building, you get to learn, you improve on yourself, you get to gain stance in the so that even when the of the house is completed, you are still relevant, right? Now you have experience, now you can teach other people, now you've done so many things, you put your hand into so many things, and you have the knowledge, the technical know-how. And now you can be called a consultant in different things. So I strongly believe that this technology is something, is not even something, is the next drive to building so many things. The AI, the artificial intelligence, is being built on Web3, and the whole world is going crazy about artificial intelligence now. So learning about this and how to apply and position yourself for the next twist in technological interventions is very, it's a welcome thing for you. And I hope that we will definitely have a wonderful time, a great community of people that also have the same like mind. You'll be introduced to such communities, you'll be introduced to such people that will mentor you and see you navigate. And help you navigate and also see you grow in your blockchain career path that you have chosen for yourself.
Wow, fantastic. That's beautiful. Rachel Omori, you can find her on LinkedIn if you want to connect. She's going to be taking the Tech Up Ladies blockchain part. And for those that are just coming in that missed major segments of the video and those that will come later, the video is also going to be embedded on the website where you can sign up, the ttifoundation.org/tech up ladies. So when you just go to apply for the tech up ladies, you will see the replay of this video. It's also going to be on YouTube as well as on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So you can always come back to it so you can make an informed decision. Thank you very much, Miss Ayor, for sharing up today, and we can't
Thank
wait to get
you
started
so much for having
already.
me.
Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, right. I can wait. I can wait also. Thank you. All right, bye.